huge thank you to Notion for sponsoring today's video.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if it's your very first time here, welcome on in. I am super excited to dive a little bit deeper into my personal curriculum for 2026. I briefly mentioned this in my 2026 journal lineup video. If you're curious to see all of the journals that I plan to use this year, I will make sure to link that for you. But in this video, we are just solely going to be talking about personal curriculum. If you are unfamiliar with the idea of a personal curriculum, essentially it's just a fun way of teaching yourself about something that interests you. Think of it as if you are the teacher of your own class and you're the only person attending that class. Everyone kind of does things differently. Some people do a monthly curriculum, some people do a yearly. I personally will be doing a quarterly curriculum, so I will have a new topic to focus on 4 times within 2026. I don't remember off the top of my head who originally coined the personal curriculum idea. If I manage to find them, I will make sure to link that original video for you. There are probably tons of other creators who, can go a little bit more in depth into the personal curriculum, but that is just my understanding of it. I really want this to just be a fun way to get back into learning again. That is one of the things I kind of miss about being in school, is this routine of learning something new. I don't necessarily miss the homework or the essays or the tests, so I'm not going to be adding any of those within my personal curriculum. Like I said, my plan is to learn something new every single quarter, so I've already come up with the 4 lessons that I will be teaching myself this year. The first one will be painting restoration, the second will be Victorian Gothic literature, followed by Impressionism, and rounding out the year with something a little bit spooky will be the psychology of the paranormal. Weirdly enough, I feel like these topics are just really representative of my personality. Like, I feel like if I were to hand somebody this completed journal at the end of the year, they would have the best idea of who I am as a person, solely based on what's going to be written in here, because I am a lover of all things spooky, art history, and Gothic literature. I feel like this is the best way for me to slowly ease into the idea of a personal curriculum without being super overwhelmed. And of course, I need a journal to do just that. Speaking of journal, let's go ahead and dive into the one that I will be using for personal curriculum. Again, I briefly showed this in my journal lineup video, but this is the Traveler's Company notebook. This is the camel cover. Yes, I did mark it with a pen, and I was very sad about it. I don't want to talk about it, but you know what? It's a part of the journey that it's on, and that's okay. I was originally using this as like a daily insert journal situation, but that wasn't really working for me. So it was just sitting on my shelf until I can, come up with a way to use it. And now she finally has a purpose. So this is the journal that I will be using for my personal curriculum. Opening it up here, we have a whole bunch of different inserts. All of these are from Serica Studio. I will make sure to link her shop in the description as well. But my goal for these inserts is that each one will be dedicated to the specific lesson that I'm learning for the quarter. Essentially the idea of having one notebook for every class, if that makes sense. So that is why, well, I'm gonna have to get another insert. I only have 3, but I have plenty of time to get the 4th one. But yeah, these are the inserts that I will be using. They are filled with 52 GSM Tomoe River paper, which I absolutely love, and they are grid as well. So I am super excited to be writing in these for my personal curriculum lessons. And then this little guy here, he's kind of just floating. I need to get another elastic band to house him in, but this is kind of just a place where I can just do some research, kind of have some more notes about any of the sources that I come across. Just like kind of a compendium notebook that is not specifically going to be for one lesson. My plan is to basically just carry this through my personal curriculum journey. hopefully even beyond 2026. I don't see myself entirely filling this up this year, but I guess we will see. But yeah, there's not really much happening in here at the moment because I still have to start working on Q1, but that is my plan for this journal. I decided to go insert based because it feels a lot less overwhelming, and I like the idea of still having like a dedicated notebook for every lesson, but not having multiple notebooks, if that makes sense. As far as these 3 books, I'm not going to really dive super deep into them because I don't know how many of you are actually interested in painting restoration. But essentially my goal for each of the lessons is to have at least 3 to 4 physical books to annotate, read, take notes on, etc. Every single quarter. So I did some research and I found these 3. I felt like these kind of fit the best with what I specifically want to learn about when it comes to painting restoration. This one is more so of a visual guide, of course. I mean, when it comes to anything art history, visual aids are definitely the most helpful. But this one essentially has a lot of pictures. This one is more so text-based. There's an entire glossary in the back here, which is just going to be really, really great just for learning keywords and techniques. And this one back here is essentially the history of art restoration, which is another aspect of it that I really find interesting. Besides the whole technique side of it, just learning about how it has evolved over time, I think is very, very cool. So again, this is kind of like a mix between these 2 books. So there are, of course, a lot of images, but I think it also has some techniques mixed in there. So I am very, very excited to dive into these 3 books. So along with my curriculum journal and of course the physical text that I will be reading, I also wanted some sort of digital workspace. That way I can keep track of everything that has to do with personal curriculum, from a reading schedule to any sort of brainstorming for future topic ideas. And that is where today's sponsor, Notion, comes into play.
Notion is an incredible digital workspace and easy-to-use platform that helps bring your goals to actuality. It helps you manage every part of your life, whether that has to do with your personal to-dos, business, or any sort of hobbies or interests, like what I am using Notion for. Notion helps to streamline your life, keeping everything in one place, whether that's tasks, projects, notes, or ideas. Notion is meant to be uniquely yours. It's an app that adapts to how you think and work, not the other way around. One of my favorite aspects about Notion, besides the productivity, is the fact that you can customize your workspace to fit whatever aesthetic or flow works the best for you. Personally, I want my workspaces to feel very dark academia, very moody. I want to feel like I'm surrounded by flickering candlelight and old books. However, I am not super well versed in creating my own digital templates, but luckily Notion has an entire marketplace with thousands of pre-made templates for you to use. All I did was type in dark academia into the search bar, and I was hit with so many different options. I literally spent maybe like half an hour just looking through these, trying to find the perfect ones to use for my different workspaces. Now, I know that this video is solely dedicated to my personal curriculum, but I plan to use Notion for much more than that. I created a workspace dedicated to my Substack journey, in addition to my social media to-dos, and yes, they all have equally very dark academia-inspired designs. This is honestly such a great feature, especially if you don't know the first thing about creating your own digital workspaces like I do. You can just download a template that you really enjoy and tweak it a little bit to fit exactly what you would want it to be used for. But by far the star of the show is Notion Agent, the AI teammate in Notion that doesn't just chat or suggest ideas, it helps you complete tasks from end to end. Whether you want to make a new page, edit a current one, or even create a to-do list, Notion Agent is the perfect tool that you could use to do just that. And much like the template customization, you can also personalize Notion Agent to have a little bit more of a personality besides just your average assistant. I named Notion Agent Scribbles because I felt like that kind of fit the best. And I also changed his little icon to a pencil because I just thought it was really cute. But besides giving Notion Agent a new name, you can also take it one step further and completely customize how it looks and behaves. It can follow your instructions and learn your own personal Notion style. Since I essentially have a deadline of when I have to complete my painting restoration curriculum, I wanted to create some sort of reading schedule that I could follow, especially when times get busy. So I asked Scribbles, aka Notion Agent, to create a reading schedule based on the sources that I had previously included within the painting restoration page. Based on the parameters that I gave him, he created an entire schedule that would ensure I would finish reading all of my sources before April 1st. He had originally broken it down into week 1, 2, 3, etc., but I kind of wanted a little bit more of a specific timeline, so I asked him to change it from weeks to specific dates, and of course he did just that, and it took only a few seconds. But as I mentioned earlier, visual aids are a huge part when it comes to learning about art history, so I asked Scribbles if he had any documentary recommendations that would fit with the already existing sources. After roughly about a minute or so, he recommended 3 different documentaries, so I asked him to add it to the existing sources page, as well as to the reading schedule, and to keep in mind that I still had a deadline of April 1st. Notion Agent honestly saved me so much time, countless hours, because it was able to handle the more sort of repetitive parts about creating some sort of syllabus for my personal curriculum journey, so that way I can solely focus on learning and less on the technical aspect of it all. What's really cool about the reading schedule that Scribbles created is that it goes deeper into the sources themselves. So he doesn't just say, oh, read this book from this day to this day. He actually breaks it down week by week. So that way I know exactly what I'm focusing on when I'm reading the source or watching the documentary. After Notion Agent added all of the documentaries to the existing schedule, it turns out that I had a few days to spare before my April 1st deadline, so I asked Scribbles if it could find any academic articles that would fit, of course, with the painting restoration topic. He ended up recommending 3 different articles, so again, I asked him to add it to the schedule, and it looks like I will finish this course exactly at the end of March. Whether or not I have realistically time to read these articles, I'm not entirely sure, but in case I do have some time to spare and I want to dive a little bit deeper into the academic side of painting restoration, I have these articles that I could easily reference. I feel like Notion and, of course, Notion Agent have essentially created the perfect foundation for me to build towards this goal of finishing my personal curriculum. It essentially took care of the more logistical side of my curriculum planning. Not only that, but every time I open Notion, it feels like I'm entering a very mystical and magical library, which is just peak learning vibes for me. If you want to try Notion Agent for yourself and personalize your very own comfy assistant, Notion Agent is currently available in their browser format as well as on the desktop app, with mobile support coming soon. If you want to dive into a digital workspace for 2026, I have included the sign-up link to Notion in my description. With all of that being said, friends, let me know if you are also going on the personal curriculum journey for the first time this year. And also let me know what topics you are going to focus on, whether you're doing one every month, once a year, or you are also doing the quarterly option like me. Huge thank you again to Notion for sponsoring this video and for supporting this channel. And also a huge thank you to you guys as well, because I hit 10,000 subscribers last week, which is absolutely incredible. So thank you so much. Whether you subscribed today or you've been here since the beginning, your support just means the world. So thank you so much for choosing to be a part of my cozy little community over here on YouTube. And of course, let me know if you want to see any more personal curriculum related videos. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.